This left panel shows you all of the slides in your slideshow. The first one is your slide that you're creating, but I have included a second slide that shows you a list of things that students have chosen to include on their grad slide in previous years. If you double click on a word, you can select that individual word. If you right click on that selection, you can copy that word. Come over to your first slide, and we're going to add that text using a text box. Right up here, click on text box and click on the slide. To size that text box, take your pointer to the handle on your right, that little box on the right, resize by clicking on that box and dragging it down. Now, if I double click inside that text box, I can do a right click in there and paste. Now, I like to hit enter. After I've entered my nickname, I would hit enter, and then I'm going to hit a second enter to leave a space. If you go back to that second slide, here is most memorable moment. If I click twice, notice how it selects just one word. If I click 1, 2, 3, it'll select a whole sentence. Now, instead of doing a right click, I'm going to hold down the control key on the keyboard and press the letter C on the keyboard to copy. Go up to the first slide, open that text box by double clicking on it again, and make sure your cursor is where you want your next word. You may have to hit enter to do that. Control V pastes. So if you hold the control key down and press the V, it's right next to the C, it will paste what you copied. Hit enter twice, and you will continue to add whatever it is you would like to add to your graduation slideshow. I like favorite quote, control C, come up to the top slide, click in my text box, control V. Now, once I have added everything that I am interested in adding to my slide, this is your creative representation of yourself, so you choose what you want to include. Select all of the text that you have added by starting at the bottom, clicking and dragging over top so you have selected all of the text. Then you can size it all at the same time. It looks uniform because it all has the same size. It's a nice little thing to do. Okay, so now that you've added all your text, you can notice how I can move it like a picture as long as I have a plus sign to where I want to put it. I like this area down here for the baby photo. So if you come up to the insert menu, the very first choice is image. If you've downloaded your image to the computer, you can get it from your documents or from your pictures this way by uploading it. I have downloaded mine uploaded to my drive. There's photos. I'm going to go to drive, and I'm going to search my drive by clicking on this little magnifying glass for baby, because I created a folder of baby photos. These are all photos that students in the past have shared with me for grad slides. I'm going to pick this one here because you're going to see this big white background. You could tell that I scanned this on the photocopy machine. You can crop a picture by double clicking on it and then resizing the black handles on the inside. You'll see little black handles. Just click and drag to crop your photo. I'm going to show you something. If I click off this image, it doesn't mean it's stuck. I can double click on the image to continue cropping if I go off, and that can happen. So I've got it cropped, but I would like to now make it a little bit bigger, resize it by clicking on the handles. One of the things that can happen if you go to a side and do it is you can really stretch a photo out. Just click on the undo button up here if you make one mistake like that, because it'll erase your very last move. Use those corner handles when sizing an image so that it keeps everything to the right proportions and the right scale. I hope this has been helpful. Your next tutorial will be learning how to use transitions and animations.